Psych. It really wasn't going to be a live stream anyway. Just kidding. What is going on? So, COVID and coffee. This is, I think I might have titled this the wrong episode. Is it possible that I actually titled this the wrong episode? It is very possible. Why? Because I am wiped out, but in a good way. So I gotta just check it real quick. Oh, that's nice. Share failed. Well, that's cool. So I have to check that out. I'm just gonna go over and see if I titled this wrong. Oh no, exits. Yeah, episode 6. Right. Episode 6, total destruction. Not really complete destruction. Look at that, huh? Look at that. Look at back there. Back there is actually looking pretty nice now. Trying to make it look a little bit better back there so that, you know, people don't think that everything is destroyed, because not everything is destroyed. I have got 2 videos that are ready to rip. So one of them, the share just failed. I have one scheduled for tonight. So tonight there's going to be a video dropped at 6 o'clock or 6:30 my time, somewhere around there. Probably 6 o'clock my time, if I remember right. Dan, what's going on, guy? RC Master, what is happening, man? You're going to close your eyes while you wait until you start so you can like hear the voice. J&K, what's going on, guy? Good morning. Dazapaka, what's going on, man? Afternoon, huh? Yeah, well, maybe for you, wherever you are. So afternoon for you, that means you're like on the other, you're across the pond. That'll be like evening. It's not quite afternoon yet. Don't push it. Don't push it that quick. I'm just gonna check. I want to check just a couple of things here because I am really going to start getting serious. We got serious with COVID and coffee and late night live and the Shop Talk and Wrench with the lives. We were very, very consistent, but we're gonna make another go at it. Yep. So, anyways, I'm just lining up some windows here so I can be like a little bit more organized. Lorne, what's going on, guy? Dan Beard. So it's 4 p.m. where you are. Okay. So you are across the pond then. That's pretty crazy. Lennon Tyler, what's going on, guy? How's it going? It's going. There's I don't know if you can see that right there, but everything that you can pretty much see right there. We need some pots. We need some pots, but I do have to like 100% admit there was like shocking. Like I was shocked. I was disappointed in myself. That poor kaiju. If you haven't seen the last couple of videos that I did, man, it's last couple, right? I think, I did 2 videos, I believe. I think I did. Or maybe I only did 1 and you guys only saw 1. You know what's funny? Everything's crashing in my head. So just like all the cars that you think may have crashed are pretty much crashing in my head. We're starting to get a little buried in cars that were repaired that are now back on the deck here, needing to be repaired. I'm trying to do like a list of pots. So I'm just gonna I gotta check like I was saying, I just gotta check a couple things on this thing, and then we'll get into talking about a little bit of what happened. But why does that say it's an upcoming thing? That's not an upcoming video. I got rid of that. Probably had to refresh it, right? There we go. All right. So where are we? We are in regular uploads. So I have a scheduled upload coming, which I actually believe I'm going to set it as a premiere. I've never done a premiere video before. And as far as I understand, when you do a video premiere, my guess is that it's like a video, but it's also like a live or something. So I've never done that before. So this is going to be the first time that I've did a scheduled and now set it as a premiere. I thought about it last night when I set it as scheduled. So it's actually set for, why does it say question with time zone? The time zone should be like, yeah, local time. All right. I hope that's right, man. Man, I hope it knows where I am. Does it know where I am? It says local time, but yeah. All right, so it's right. Right? Yes, it is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I've never done that before. I've never actually scheduled a premiere, so I'm unaware of exactly how to do it. So this is going to be my first go at it. So I'm going to click done, and now that's going to be scheduled as a premiere. And I think I might even change the thumbnail too. I don't know if that's going to mess stuff up, but I'm going to change the thumbnail as well. So save that. Schedule as a premiere. I can actually put an end screen, which is pretty crazy. Import from a video. Full send RC destruction. Dude, I had a blast. I had such a blast. The only one car that obviously let me down, and that was really myself, was the Mojave, because I forgot this remote right here. So, and I even had it set too. What a mess. In the middle, as I'm bringing out all the cars, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to grab the Mojave remote. And I opened up the drawer, and I'm like, it's really easy because the Mojave only has one specific remote. It's that junky STX 2 or whatever it is. Mike GENERAC. All right. Daza Paca, what were you saying? Right. J&K, Pork Kaiju, absolutely. Deontay, what's going on? What's the plan for today? So the plan for today is to whatever vehicles that did not break or did not get used are going to go back to Diamond Dust today. That's the plan. But we'll see. Lauren, thank you, man. Yeah, good video, right? You're new to the RC world, but you're making it addictive. Brandy Douglas, right? Was that Brandy or Brady? Can't see it. I think it's Brandy Douglas. Yeah, I tell you, man, guy, it's a blast. Dan Beard, right? Yes, New England, right? I mean England, not New England. New England is where I'm from. Sam and Sarah, let's see that kaiju. I don't even want to touch the kaiju, dude. And here's the part about that, right? So obviously, what I can see on my screen is different. The quality isn't as good as on YouTube or something. So when that kaiju went full bore into that boulder, I was able to slow it down because I had it going 120 frames per second. So I was able to slow it down to 10%. And I zoomed in and I let it do its thing so that I could see it more clearly. I can see clearly now. The kaiju's gone. I didn't see that obstacle in my way. Wow, you know what? I can sing. I don't even know who sings that song. But I can hear like the words. That was pretty good. That was literally off the cuff. Maybe I should have become a singer. But I can see clearly now the kaiju's gone. I didn't see that obstacle in my way. I crack myself up. This is what it's all about. So anyways, when I slowed that footage down, I'll jump back into I'll jump back into the comments. But when I slowed that footage down, there was literally a ripple effect throughout the entire kaiju. Like I was able to slow it down and it was enough of a slight angle to where you know, like when you take a piece of sheet metal and you wiggle it and you shake it like that and it does like the thunderous, you know, like wah, rah, rah, that noise. That's what that kaiju did. That whole kaiju did like a wave through the entire thing. That hit was so hard that the wheelie bar felt the impact. I mean, that's how violent that was. And I tried to see whether if that stone actually moved, like whether if it actually kind of like did like a little shake, because that front end pounded that so hard. I mean, when you look at how the kaiju hit the stone or the rock, right? You look at where some of the parts just literally sprayed at the rock. And that's what's nuts. It hit it with such force. The parts actually sprayed off the truck. Not fell off, not snapped off. They sprayed off. It was like it did some kind of like slipstream warp kind of thing, and it just like puked a few parts onto the right hand side. I don't know where the pin went. I actually, again, I tried to like slow down the footage, and obviously I'm looking at it on my screen, so I'm a little bit, you know, bigger, and I was trying to see if I could see the gleam of like the pin pop out, and I thought it would be kind of cool to maybe go back today if I had an idea of where it might have been. But that thing spun up like it spun up so high and into the tree that pin probably just ejected, you know, probably too far. I mean, that was a very, very violent tumble. The Tank RC, what's good? Did you get everything? Oh, huh? Guy, no, my the bank account's suffering a little bit right now. We got to do a replenishment to the bank account. I do actually have a couple of things coming, but we're gonna hold off on. We're gonna hold off for a little bit on some of those repairs. You just watched the video. You've been there, Philip, right? Yep. I swear you and Earl have the worst luck. I'm telling you, man. It is very comical. Like, see, people don't realize that Earl and I are actually brothers. So people just don't know that. He's West Coast. I'm East Coast. Happens to everybody. Yes, it does. It really does. RC Master, did you even try to wake me up? What do you mean? I was talking. I said your name. Jessica, what's going on, guy? Keep singing, right? I'm not. No, because I don't want people to leave. All right, come on. 49 people. Just jam that thumbs up. Just quickly, just bang. Slam that thing. Let's see if we can get like another 100 like we did. We got 101. And then I think like the next stream was also like 104 or again, it got over 100 thumbs ups. That's insane. I hate it. Oh, you hate it over the kaiju? Right. I don't think it's going to get no 2 million views, but man, the insane thing was I just fixed the kaiju. Like, I mean, the thing was not brand new, but it was brand used. Like what Earl says, it's brand used. I mean, it was brand new spur gear, brand new bumper. I mean, the thing was happy. And now it's not. I mean, the impact was so violent. I have got to go over the entire truck now. I'll probably run it. There's been a shift in components. So I'll tell you, man, that kaiju technically survived extremely well. I mean, we're only like 41 degrees, so kind of touch and go on plastics being a little bit more brittle. Definitely having like that 60, 70, 80 degree weather is nice. So we're talking 41 degrees. It's probably an additional reason why parts sprayed off the truck. Gaines, what's going on, guy? Jimmy Cliff sings that song. Dude, I don't even know. There are so many songs in my head from obviously growing up with my mom. There's so many old songs that are in my head. I don't even know like who the bands are. I mean, I know some of the obvious, like the real important ones, but Dan Beard, thanks, man. Right, thumbs up. What is your favorite basher of 2020? Whew. So those are very, very tough questions. So of 2020, if you want to, man, all right, because I can't count my, I can't count the DBXL-E 2.0 because I got that in 2019. So of 2020, fifth scale, favorite basher for me, even though I have an X-Maxx, as of right now, my favorite basher is the Outcast 8S. Its footprint is 24 by 24. And that is, for me, that is perfect. The Creighton for me is just a little bit too long and heavy for the type of driving that I enjoy doing. I'm sure it's an awesome vehicle, but just like the same thing with Earl, we were talking and we both agree, for us as the type of drivers that we are, we like being able to have that little bit of extra controllability in the air. Yeah, because we're not perfect drivers. This isn't something that we basically do it every day, but we aren't pros. We're just hobbyists and we like to have fun. So fifth scale, Outcast, hands down for me. Let's see. And I guess you can't even count the X-Maxx though, because that thing came out years ago. And then I guess what would be my favorite basher for that, like 1/7 scale, kind of, sort of? That would have to be, what would that be? Man, I don't know. Man, it's like you're cutting it off by saying 2020. You're cutting it off. I don't even know. What would be my favorite basher of 2020 for a like 1/10 scale, which is yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you, man. I can't even talk about, like we'll get off subject. I can't even talk about my Creighton EXB, man. That thing is ticking me off so bad that, I mean, it's sitting on my bench right now and I don't even want it here. This thing is such a stinking disaster that I mean, for me, and I'm sure there are people out there that, you know, have had amazing success with their Creighton EXB, and it's just, I don't know. I just don't know how to drive. It's hard to say. But yeah, I mean, I'll just say 1/5 Creighton, it's Creighton 8S. Outgo the lights. What? How about that POD song? Because you're saying boom. I could almost do like the boom song. Boom! Here comes the boom! Ready or not? How you like me now? I could, like, if I could, like, put there are so many songs, and if you could actually put, you know, those songs that everybody knows, like, I mean, I would have, like, you know what I mean? You would have backtracked it. Boom! Here comes the boom! Ready or not? And then I'm like, how you like me now? Talking about the kaiju. Oh my god. Your Redcat kaiju is worth more now. Now it is YouTube. No, it's not even YouTube famous, man. Because it was so short-lived. It was going to probably be awesome. I saw envisionments of this because I've had a lot of time with the kaiju. So once it's running, and there's no boulders or mailboxes, once it's running, man, that thing, I am not saying, like, again, I'm not saying like I'm a real good driver, but I have a very good throttle, seemingly a good throttle control with that. And because it's such a tight, small little vehicle that it's so easy to maneuver in the air. And the one vehicle that really shocked, there are words sometimes, I'm so amped up right now. I'm beat, but I'm also amped up. Mike GENERAC, guy, that is going to the parts fund, guy. Thank you. Thank you for that, man. But the one vehicle that really shocked me technically is that vehicle right there. So this thing, not this. I'm going to cover that name. Not this. This. So this vehicle right here, the Hyper, it says Truggy SS. So technically it's the same vehicle. They're offered in a nitro or an electric. That's available in a nitro or electric, and I think this one is also. So obviously I have this one in electric, and then the Truggy version I have in nitro. Now, because of the way this thing just acted, I've always been saying, right, and I've always been saying it, that, you know, Hobao is a small company, and to understand, like, how these guys work, it's a very small company, and their products are just really good. I mean, how is it that Truggy that I just took out, or caged buggy, how is it that thing basically just spanked this thing? It laughed at the Creighton, and it laughed at the Creighton. It laughed so hard at the Creighton that the Creighton tires and wheels, I'm taking off the Redcat Racing Kaiju wheels, which I put on everything, because that thing rips it so hard. Those Kaijus, I had never seen those Kaijus be pizza cutters to the extent that was. And it is because the differential is more open. It probably only has like a little smackerel of grease just to kind of get it going. Like a lot of vehicles that come. I mean, that's like a race. That's like a race car. That's like a race cage buggy truggy thing. And so the thought is to crack that thing open and crack it open and see what's going on. I want to tighten up that middle differential. I want to put probably 1 million in it. We'll see. Most likely that's what I'll do because it's cranking out so much power. I mean, that thing on camera didn't look as fast as it was to my own eyes. I think that sometimes that wide shot does weird things. It makes it look like sometimes things aren't as fast as they are. But I also couldn't get top speed because obviously, you know, once you got the pizza slices going on the front there, you're bleeding so much power to that front that while it may be staying down, I might not go, you know what, I might not go 1 million. I might go 500K. We'll see. Either way, I can change it out real quick. Actually, I might not have 500K. No, wait a minute. I probably have just enough 500K if I was just going to do that one center diff. And I might also have enough 1 million. I'll figure it out once I do it. But these Copperhead 2s off of the Creighton EXP are going on to that Hobao because I feel the Hobao is going to make very good use of this tire. It's slightly bigger. So tread pattern wise, it's fairly close. It might be like 1/8 of an inch wider on the Copperhead 2s. But then the major difference that I'm looking for is the height difference. So the height difference, and also these kaijus are a little soft, which it's a very good positive for landings. So for rough landings, these tires are insane. These tires are a little bit more hard. So they might balloon less. They might give it, I don't know. We'll see. It'll definitely get it, you know, its ground clearance a little bit better. But the thing wasn't suffering any ground clearance. The way that thing performed in the air, you know, Earl had sent me a message, and he's like, you know, that he was surprised. Actually, I think it might have been a comment, but he was surprised that thing, I was able to, like, literally as it's going in, that thing, I was able to just rock it and do basically whatever I want. I probably could have gone like almost to where it was going to touch the ground, and it probably could have done like a backflip. That's how insanely air controlled that car is. And it doesn't even, yeah, man. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. My 33 thumbs ups. Come on, 52 people. Come on, do it. Just do it. Riff Raff, Mitchell, J.O., what's going on, guy? Matthew Sim, what's going on, man? I am doing well. Hopefully you are as well. Rafi, the Hobao Hyper SS Truggy, for me, is the better car You mean compared to the Creighton? The Creighton is okay, but I feel like the Hobao is a little bit, isn't that nuts? You're literally, you're hitting the nail on the head by saying that. And I feel like I'm surprised because I thought, think about just the price difference. I thought this EXP was like supposed to crush all others. And literally it crushed itself. Like, I mean, the thing just self-destructs every single time it's taken out. I mean, I won't even take it out right now until I square away the hexes. Because that hex design right there that's on that EXP, no way in hell am I going to run that, because just watching Earl's video, point blank stopped me from wasting $100+ on a new set of tires and wheels because the hexes on the wheels strip out because of the hexes on the Creighton. I'm not trying to I'm not against ARRMA. I'm against this EXP. That point blank for me, I'm against this EXP. And I was very excited to be able to have this Creighton EXP. But right now, no. I'm just a crappy driver, I guess. Maybe that's what the problem is. But yeah, but Rafi, you're absolutely, man. I don't think you could get it any more spot on. Riff Raff. Ordered a set of those Hobao long stem hex drivers. Those things are nice. You're really gonna like those. What I've been saying all along about these long reach drivers is these are almost act like torque sticks. So when you use like your regular driver, right, the regular short driver, you have more. It's like the strength transference from your hand to the tip is stronger. With this though, and with its hardened tip or whatever they've done with these drivers, whatever they've done with these things are very strong, but also it's weird. It's like they have a little bit of flex, like a torque stick. I really like them. It seems to be my go-to driver when I'm doing it by hand, if that's the one that you're talking about. If you're talking about the other thing, the ones that go in the drill, these are good too, but these are they're short. They're like regular bits, you know, hardened tips or whatever's going on. I should eat this sandwich. Mendez, what's going on, guy? Actually, if I just tilt this up and cut my mouth off, then I can talk and you won't see me eating. I just felt like I needed something to eat. Steve Waddell, what's going on, guy? Oh! So anyway, like I was saying, the plan is to take a vehicle over here, most likely the Hobao, because that thing's obviously it's not broken. It's just the only thing that happened to it was the stupid ESC came unstuck because I used stick tape. So, and that was my fault. All those hard landings, that stick tape just could not hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Mendez 123 can wrench next to my name. Can you get a wrench next to your name? All these wrench guys. Right, there you go. Right. RC Master. See, all these wrench guys, they pay a yearly due of $100,000. I don't think you want to do that. All these wrench guys pay a yearly due of $100,000. Nah, one time only, 10,000 buy-in. These guys are rich. These wrench guys, these guys are rich. I'm just kidding. Obviously. Well, I gotta take this call. And we're back. Anyways, the chat's not moving on. It's getting stuck. I don't know why the chat is getting stuck. Sad because you always come to see the streams and the videos. Yeah, it's expensive, man. The buy-in's huge. You have to pay to become a moderator, guy. Come on, get with it. No, you don't have to pay. Everything about the Hobbit. You mean Hobao? I think you mean. But just imagine that roll cage smacking. I know. You are right. That roll cage would hurt. I would think. Let's put it this way. With that outcast coming to my face, I certainly hope, or I feel, that my reflexes are still pretty good. Because not only did that come to my face, the laser nut came pretty close. The other thing there, oh, you haven't seen the video yet. You guys haven't seen the video. Another vehicle came at me. So I've got 3 more videos to drop. So basically the videos to drop is we got a Traxxas Max video, which I actually set that to a premiere because I think that's actually really good. So we got a Traxxas Max, which is pretty crazy. We got an Outcast video. And then what else do we got? Oh, we got a DBXL-E 2.0 video, which if anybody's, part of the RC Guy Garage Facebook group, or if you've seen my Instagram, go check out the Instagram. I do have an Instagram. I think you can, I'm not sure how you can see it, but it is linked to this Facebook. Not Facebook. It's linked to this YouTube. So I think if you go on my main screen, I think there's a thing you can click if you want to go check out the Instagram. Yeah, I post pictures, sometimes very short clips. Whatever. It's just stuff that I put on there. I basically use it to fine tune the photos for the thumbnails. What's that? You duck every time Guy gets an idea? Paul Clancy, what's going on, Guy? How are you doing? Right, but just no, you're saying you're going to get a Hobao now? Make sure you just watch my videos on it because, I mean, you don't have to, but a couple of things I changed on that, which definitely turned it into what it is. Because the way the car is designed, it's not designed to do what I just did. So if that's the type of driving that you do, you're going to want to make those changes. You're going to want to get the Hex adapter, which is actually not an adapter. It's just a Hex extension. But you want to make sure that, I mean, you've got a vehicle that's a good quality vehicle. So you want to make sure that the parts that you're throwing onto it, the parts that you're putting onto it are, what is that? I can't see the thing. But you just want to make sure the parts that you're throwing at it aren't going to be like junk parts, because you're working with a car that's already a nice car. But the tires and wheels are on it are not basher tires and wheels. They're more of, it's almost like they're almost like carpet track style tires. Thoughts on the Redcat Shredder? So, if Mitchell's still in here, Mitchell can give you some good thoughts. Now, I wasn't telling, and I don't know if Mitchell remembers this, but I wasn't telling Mitchell to not get the shredder. I was more along the lines of just, are you sure that's what you want? Be careful. It's anemically powered, but once you start putting power to it, there are areas of that vehicle that seemingly can't take the abuse. It's an odd vehicle. I was going to get one. At one point, it was $280, and I felt, based upon what I saw the vehicle was, for that price, it would have been worth it. For the price that it is right now, which is $350, no. Nope. Nope. And I know that Mitchell likes his shredder, and I think his shredder upsets him because he wants to like it more. And it does take a little bit of his abuse, but just not enough. I think the Outcast 8S is Mitchell's first vehicle that he really hasn't broken. Hopefully I'm keeping up. If anybody asks, like me specifically, a question, Mendez did it right. He does the little @ symbol, and then RC Guy Garage, and then it shows up as a little red block. Thoughts on the nut? In its configuration right now, I really like it. It's a smaller vehicle, and again, I'm along those lines again too. I do like the bigger although I do like the Big Rock too, though, and that's tiny. I do love the Mad Van too. I don't know. The nut is good. Man, it's almost as if it's not DB Pro enough. Meaning it's a stretched out DB Pro. It basically uses all the parts of a DB Pro except like the chassis and axles. I mean drive shafts. And I wanted to turn the laser nut into the monster nut. Right now with those Kaiju, with these tires and wheels that thing is running, it's crazy. I could have got more runtime on it if I didn't cheap out and, use an inferior part. You have to remember that if you use inferior parts, you're going to cause issue. And I didn't have the shock. I didn't have the shock end, so I used an inferior part. And what was the thing that I literally had said? I was like, the only issue that this might have is that stupid shock end that I put on might break. And that's exactly what it did. It tore out. As far as the nut being, that scale laser nut, that kind of vehicle's not for me. Turning it into what it is right now with the wing, with the Kaiju tires, yes. I love that thing. It rips. It's the power system's also different. And the center differential's aluminum. It rips. It's missing a little bit of wheel speed, though, if you want to try and trick it in the air. It definitely needs a little bit more wheel speed, but then what I wonder is if I up the pinion because I gave more mass to the wheels, if I up that pinion, am I going to blow the capacitors on the ESC? So I like the nut. The DB Pro is now my wife's. She loves that thing. She drove the nut. She didn't like it as much as the DB Pro, but I think she likes the smaller vehicles. Were you running the Redcat Kaiju on 6S? Yes. That's why it almost moved the rock. Yeah, it was on 6S. Unfortunately. Use your special emojis. Who Rock 305? What's going on, guy? Have you seen the new Mad? Yes, I have. Come on, guy. You kidding me? Me liking the Mad Van that much? Sergeant J actually, he sent me the link to Kyosho because he knows both he and I really like the Mad Van. Surprisingly, it's such a small little funky vehicle that, like, it's weird. Why would I like a Mad Van? It's tiny. It's not super fast. But yes, have I seen the new Mad Van? Yes. If that price point is where I think it's, if that price point is where I think it should be, then I'll get one. If it's over that, then no, it won't be worth it to me. I'd rather take the money and put it to something bigger. Mitchell, did you answer anything about how you felt about the shredder? Because somebody in here was asking a question about the shredder, and I because I don't have one, you could probably answer better unless you already did. What's up, Flannel? Kale shows first, brushless, right? Yes. Phaser MK2. I'll see you next Tuesday. What's going on, guy? The Mad Van is fantastic. Right. Isn't it nuts? Like, I mean, it's such a small little fun ripper. And I guess that's the only thing that matters is that it's fun. Traxxas UDR or Losi Baja Ray. Now, which Baja Ray are you talking about? You're talking about the you kind of can't, man, you almost can't compare those because the UDR is smaller. So scale for scale, because Traxxas is always talking about and pushing their what's called pro scale. I don't think you can beat the overall scale design of the UDR, but the Baja Ray, it's got a weak rear end, meaning the cage, which is fixed now. It definitely seems like it's a cool truck. And maybe because of the size, I might choose the Baja Ray over the UDR. But if I want that more scale look and feel, I guess, I'd probably choose the Traxxas, because there's things about the UDR that absolutely drive me insane. That battery tray, man, that battery tray is such a pain. Oh, you're talking about the smaller scale Baja? I can't answer then. I guess I'd probably have to just say UDR then, because I'm assuming that the UDR beats the smaller scale Baja. Coinhawk, what's going on, guy? Yeah, you're saying Super Baja Ray, but I think he's just talking about the Baja Ray, right? Right. Riffraff, the rage is a blast. Yep. The biggest problem with Traxxas UDR is it's a Traxxas. No. Do you have one? Because I really like my UDR. It's a different way to drive. See, there goes Mitchell. He's talking about the shredder. Thinking about picking up a Rock Ray or maybe a Laser Nut. Local shop going to give me a deal. You like the Rock Ray? Which one to get? Man. I can't answer that. Although I would probably lean towards the Losi. I'd probably lean towards the Losi. That's a tough call. Is your name Suckender or is it Suchender? I can't tell if it's Suckender or Suchender. The first question, is there any other stone? What? Is there any other stone at Diamond Bay? Oh, do you mean, are there any more stones at Diamond Dust? Yeah. I almost, well, you guys haven't seen the footage yet. I keep forgetting. What videos did I put out? You know, I actually have to check and see what videos I actually put out because I don't want to say too much. Because I want to, you know, I want to amp you guys up. Yeah, you haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen what happened to the Outcast. Oh, I know that's like just like talking it up, but you haven't seen what happened to the Outcast. Come on, 3960 people. Come on. You know what to do. Come on, just slam it. Slam it. It's going to tell YouTube that, you know, maybe you like being here. Just do it. Now, come on. Yeah, you haven't seen the Outcast video. It's literally, that's the one that failed. That reminds me, I gotta share it again. I'm gonna up because I've got 2 videos uploaded right now, and I still have 1 more to go. All right, I'm gonna go and share it right now. All it's doing is it's just uploading, and it will probably be another. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called ARRMA Outcast 8S Full Send Rip at Diamond Dust. It is a full send rip. I will warn you that, wait a minute. Replace. I will warn you ahead of time that foolishly, because I was using the GoPro kind of like as also the camera, when I put the GoPro back on my head, for the first few minutes, the GoPro is faced too far down. So what I did is I zoomed into the top of the screen to try to get the footage to recover it. So probably about half of the footage, the car is it's kind of unwatchable. I'll just say that. But you get the idea of what the thing went through. So that video won't be as good, but you will see the more important part of that video is point blank, clearly in sight, center, front and center frame. And I mean, if I could show you right now what the underneath part of that Outcast looks like. Holy M2C Racing. Oh my God. Venom, what's going on, guy? Venom. Have you, guy, where have you been, guy? Dwayne, what's going on? Drop the video. Already? I think you're trying to say drop the video already. No, we got a premiere coming at tonight at 6 p.m. I've never done it before. It's on the Traxxas Max. Might be worth a look. Because Traxxas Max. Because apparently the Traxxas Max, let's put it this way. Apparently, the Traxxas Max is stronger than my X-Maxx. The heck? What that thing goes through? Temporary leaving, heading home from work. Hopefully you'll pick up the live stream. Right. Maybe we might. Thumb has been smashed. Nice. Just be careful. Don't smash it so hard that it's like a real thumb. Did the Diamond Dust sand it down? What? So the Diamond Dust sands everything down. Oh, what, Diamond Dust? It's all right. It's definitely pretty cool. I will tell you, all the cars that I've been bringing there have been grooming the area. So I stopped after the kaiju got mangled. I would say mangled by the boulder. That's a better word to use. Mitchell. Itchy. I'm not even gonna say your name. But itchy guy. The X-Maxx really is a nice truck. Just for me, though, I'm never going to get rid of it. Oh, where is it? Right there. I'm never going to get rid of it. I'm slowly working out the little bugs. It was probably ready on that last rip that I did where I broke it. I don't know, man. I'm telling you. And I even say it in the video, if the X-Maxx went through what the Outcast just went through, my guess is the X-Maxx probably would have suffered more damage than the Outcast did. Even though the Outcast's damage is maybe more, well, it's permanently usable, which is crazy. Is the Traxxas Max overpriced? Everybody's always going to say yes. To be honest with you, my personal opinion, no, it's really not. And I learned that from when I was young. I was able to get all my car parts, for my cars at cost. So whatever dealer cost was, what I was able to get my parts from. So when I was gathering parts for my Camaro way back in 1990, 91, when I was gathering the parts for my Camaro, I questioned the price of, and I was getting dealer cost. And I questioned the price of the part. And the guy that was behind the counter was kind of like a buddy. And he set me straight. And he basically said, hey, he goes, you got to look at it this way. For the price of what it is, you make it. You make it. Make one. Let's see how it comes out. So I think as far as price goes, Traxxas knows everybody's going to pay the price anyway. And if you don't, the reality is, then you just don't get to rip that RC. That's how I'm starting to understand and view and realize that if you watch that video from A-Main, they basically did ARRMA against Traxxas, kind of, why can you not basically compare the two? Why can't you compare the two? And A-Main did a very good video explaining the difference. And that kind of also gave my mind a little bit of a tune-up. Everybody can, get on the bandwagon of, why something should be less money, but point blank, you make it. That's the tough part. Even if you're just trying to design a part, I mean, think about the diff lockers that Earl made. So Earl had diff lockers made. He spent $1,500 of where he's not going to get that money back. So that's a tiny little diff locker. Personal perspective, right? I'll see you next Tuesday. You said it very well. You said it way better than I should have just said it like that. It's expensive, not overpriced. Boy, look at that. See, I do talk too much. The Haas is apparently better. What? What? I'm sorry, I can't get on board with the Haas though. That's one Traxxas vehicle that I cannot get on board with. But again, Traxxas did it right. They geared it for the younger kids, bunny hopping at a skate park. They geared it, the commercials or whatever, and the coloring and everything to the younger generation. Robbie's RC guy, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well this morning. Okay. Is the EXB overpriced? Oh, you had to go there. Probably not. I know that sounds messed up to say. I think if everything was squared away, maybe in its faulty state, at least, and I'm only going to say mine. Maybe I'll add Earl's in there too. I really can't speak for Earl, but I will say for me, is my EXB Creighton overpriced in its faulty state that my Creighton is in? Yes. Because I can't drive it. I mean, I could drive it, but I knowingly, if I go to drive that thing, I'm going to have to buy 4 more of these, and I'm not interested in doing that. So I'm going to fix it first, which is terrible. It's terrible that you buy something that's an EXB, which is extreme bash, and it cannot be extremely bashed. So that means what does that mean? You know, obviously, you know, they were just quality control errors, but those hexes, that's not quality control. That's design flaw, in my opinion. I want to know why those hexes are designed like that. Because in my mind, if you're not taking full use of that hex, you're only using 2/3 of that hex in that wheel. Why? That makes, for me, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a designer, I'm just an end user, but I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. And to not use the hex fully, and I never knew until I saw Earl's video that the hex was not what I would have ran. I would never have ran that. That would have been probably the first thing I changed. If I noticed that that hex did not sit in that wheel fully the right way, I would have figured out changing out the hex like probably right off, and I would have been aggravated. Jessica, boy, you know how to press the buttons. Right, but RC Daniel, you know, Traxxas makes their money off of upgrades and parts, big time. Somebody, you know what's funny is somebody, I forget who it was, they were joking, you know, obviously they were joking around, but they were saying the EXB stands for extremely bummed. Because you're extremely bummed if you owned one. I liked that. I thought that was funny. Oh, good. Riffraff. You got the right ones. You will like the quality of those. I almost want you to do like an unbagging of those when you get them, just to get like your perspective of what you think. You're going to like them, man. They're really nice. Robert, what's going on, guy? Asterian, what's going on? Can we just appreciate that there are currently 0? Yeah, that's nice. But also would be cool if the 66 people in here would go ahead and go, bam. Come on. Come on, just do it. Traxxas trying to take over. Yeah, but you know what? What is Traxxas trying to take over, especially during 2020? Traxxas did nothing. Well, Traxxas couldn't do anything. Already done with the thumb? Right, Dan. Again, I appreciate it. If you have given a thumbs up, I definitely appreciate it. But you almost have to like always like remind. They look great. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They're real nice quality. The other thing I like about it is that when you need to apply pressure, you know what I mean? That end spins in your palm. That's what I like about this, because when you need to apply pressure, it spins. You know what I mean? That's a pretty small detail, but really good. These ones didn't do it. These ones have the little spin thing, but they're too tight. Dodge Lundgren. You have the same problem with your hexes. Do you know how? Yeah, right, because they use a very similar style hex. Yes. I don't know if it's the same hex, but I know that it would make sense that they did. It's horrible. It does not make sense. And for an extreme bash, those hexes should have been reworked. You know what? Earl actually measured, or tried to measure. He could physically see with his eyes that the hex from his V4 was a slight bit thicker than the EXB. That doesn't make sense. What we got here? Have like, right. RC send and blast. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Some people, you know, sometimes you can't navigate to it too. Because when you navigate to the thumbs up, obviously chat goes away, so you have to re-enable the chat. Right, Steve Waddell, absolutely should be thicker. You're 100% right. And that's what I like hearing. I like hearing that. But I also want to know why. I want to know why the hex is thinner. I mean, why? Why would you do that? Here's every other hex that I've got that I've pulled out is of a different, well, the hexes are actually the same, but every other hex that I pulled out is a regular style design versus the other thing there. It's literally missing a third of the material, which actually makes a difference. Look at that. Every other hex that I've got has got a nice piece of meat right there. I mean, come on. You know what it's like? It's like that they're calling this hex the filet mignon, right? Because filet mignon is usually smaller. It's supposed to be tastier. But you know what? Instead of having a filet mignon, which is tiny and doesn't really taste better, I think I'd rather have like a nice, thick, juicy Red Robin burger, okay? Take your filet mignon and throw it away and give me a nice, thick burger. Okay, that's what I would want. I'm a burger kind of guy. I like my steak too, but I can't have a tiny steak. I think that's a good like example. You know, filet mignon, tiny little steak. Give me a burger. Throw some fries on there while you're at it. I'll even have mashed potato with a burger. I don't care. It's potato, right? Whether if it's a home fry or fries or whatever, just give me a burger. Yeah, it is a thin hex, right? Right. Well, what it does is it effectively in Earl's video, you saw it, right? Who just said that? Was it Flannel? Yeah, Flannel. You had to have seen Earl's video, right? He point blank shows like what happened. And that's what stopped me from working on my Creighton. Give you a KC strip over a filet, right? Flynn's burger, right? I don't even know what that is. I'm just saying, like, I mean, come on. I think I'd rather have a, well, man, I think I'd rather have a Whopper over a tiny little, a tiny little thing. I'd probably rather have a Big Mac over that. I can eat it in my car. Oh my truck. What do I think about Castle connectors? I can only base my thought on Earl's thought. Earl has way more experience with Castle stuff. I have a couple of Castle ESCs, but I only have 3 of them. Earl's got like 50 of them, so he might be better off. You might be better off just asking him about those. What I do know is that when he solders his connectors, and I think he might use Castle ones, he snips them. Not sure why he snips them, because the way I've been doing my connectors really works awesome. Just bury that soldering iron right into that connector, let that thing get nice and hot, and just throw a little solder in there. I don't fill them up. Just throw a little solder in there, and then boom, just throw your wire in there and mint. The only thing is that obviously sometimes the solder pukes out if you've got too much. Asterian, you know it, man. You like your burgers thick or your steak thick? Absolutely. Do anyone in the chat know, will the Spectrum Smart ESC programmer would work with the... No. I'll tell you right now, no. Nope. The Spectrum programmer will not work with any other thing so far, with any other thing other than Spectrum. It's already been tried. I know you were asking chat, but burgers and steak should only be thick. You know it, man. Well, shouldn't be thin like that. No problem, Daniel. Venom, you're glad you chose the Max. It is a tough truck, man. Don't forget that premiere. It's my first premiere that I've ever done. Not exactly sure what the point of a premiere is, but hey, Haley, what are you doing, honey? Why are you down here? Just visiting? I didn't even see her come in. But the premiere of the Traxxas Max, like, gets full send treatment. It's 6 o'clock tonight, my time. And it's like I said, it's a premiere, so it's going to be supposedly the live chat, which will be, well, it'll be different because I'll be able to sit on my couch and be present. You know what I mean? I won't have to do the live because it'll be live. I don't understand the premiere. What if it goes well? Who knows? Maybe we'll do a couple more of those. Flannel, you're going to get the 110 Rock Ray. It's hard to decide what to get now. So many great RCs outright. Yep. I totally agree. Well, you know what? Actually, Barbecue, she really isn't. It's not necessarily her. It's Daisy. The English Mastiff. Man, she... Oh. You need smelling salts. Look, she's just sitting right here. When Daisy comes around, she definitely does not smell like, well, maybe if they had rotted daisies, like a bucket full of rotted daisies, maybe that's what she smells like. But her name is Daisy, Daisey. Like, you know, it's supposed to be pretty. And she is a pretty looking dog, but the smell? No, you can almost taste it. You can almost taste it. What do you think of the axial? I don't. I have obviously I have a couple of rock bouncers, so like obviously the laser nut, but I quickly converted it off of being a laser nut. I don't think, me personally, I don't think I'm a rock bouncer kind of guy, although I do really like the Kaiju, and I know the Kaiju, you kind of, not the Kaiju, the CAMO X4, and you can't compare the CAMO X4 to that thing. It looks cool. That's about it for me. You want the new Rovin MT, right? Yeah, I was telling everybody that you sent me the link to the Mad Van Saj. Yeah, right. Barbecue. Yeah, dead daisies, exactly. She, like, you see her, right? You see that's Haley. So all she is doing is she's looking for food. That's all she's doing. She does come, like, she's looking at me now. See, she's looking at me. I see you. So she does love people, but she definitely loves food more. She loves food way more than people. Don't forget, if you're just jumping in here, don't forget to throw that thing up right there. Just crank that bad boy right up. Smash it. Steve Waddell. Yeah, but isn't that what a rock bouncer does, though? You have to, oh, there's Daisy. Oh, no. Oh, no. How did she end up down here? Please, no. That's right. Here you go. Go away. I love her. She's such a good dog, but oh my God, she smells so bad. Oh my God. Did you really? Did you really? Come on. Yeah, you're wagging your tail, smiling at me. Are you serious? Go away. Oh, hell. Yes. Riff rap, exactly. RC send and blast. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? As the air thickens. Oh my God, I know, huh? As you start to be able to chew the air. Oh my God, please don't stop lighting me up. It's like her stomach is percolating. We actually had a pug. Pugs are notorious for that as well. But there was one time she was asleep and her whole body was percolating. It was horrible. I don't light a match. You know it, man. Mask time. You know it. I do have a mask too. Probably should throw it on, but look at that. 62 thumbs ups and there's 62 people. That's crazy. Nice. That is pretty crazy. He who smelled it, not in this house, man. He who smelled it is just her. You just automatically know. No, in this house, if there's a smell, it's her. Mendez, Traxxas Max or ARRMA Outcast 6S? Let's put it this way. Traxxas Max is very resilient, and I use the word resilient because you're going to see the video. If you see the video, you'll understand why it's resilient. The Creighton 6S, heck of a lot faster. The Max is only on 4S. And once you start pushing the threshold of going to 6 and doing all that stuff, I think what happens is the truck kind of becomes too short and light on 6S. It becomes a crazy trick vehicle that you have to massively upgrade. Can you put the tires that are the back of the Felony on the Limitless? Yes, you can, but you have to change. Yes, you can. Sorry. Yes, you can. Yep, they fit. They also fit on the other thing there. They also fit on the infraction. But putting them on the infraction, you have to clearance your wheel wells because of the body. Always blaming the dog. You know it. Sounds like your house. Yeah, but it's true over here. It's funny how people, how are the Vec? They're doing all right. There's no ill effect. They're still, one of them is still connected to the internet and still, has issue, and then the other one's not connected to the internet at all because I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna leave them just the way they are. But they're doing fine. No screen issues, no arm issues, no head issues. Tracks are fine. Literally, they bomb around every single day. They're off their charger. They get lost. because I've got, you know, so much stuff still on there, they'll get into places where they can't, you know, navigate out of they'll get stuck on a screw or a wire or something, and I'll have to put them back on the charger in the morning after they've done their thing at night. They seem to be always coming off at night right now. So sometimes they make it and sometimes they don't. And how do I know that they're off? I don't fully know, but I know that sometimes I can hear them, because if we have the doors open from the lower level to the upstairs, you can actually hear them making sounds. I actually thought about taking one of my Wise cams and putting it down here and putting it on the motion track, so that if one of them comes off, it'll motion track. Your dog eats better than you, right? You always give your dog leftovers from the table. Oh no. Smile is contagious. I hope so. That's if you're talking to me, I hope so, because we all need it. We all need to have fun. Have fun with this world. Have fun with the life you've got. You gotta. You got to sleep on the bed. Oh, Daisy would take over the entire bed. So when Daisy would sleep on Sam's bed, she would literally take over the bed. Table food's very bad for dogs. So the vet, right. And that's probably just like whatever, maybe whatever your dog is raised on. I think half of the dog foods out there are bad for your dogs anyway. We only feed our dogs. Haley gets actual diet food because she loves to eat. Daisy gets, from day one, Daisy has only been fed the heck is it called? You remember the original Batman and Robin? Well, the guy Robin, who played the character Robin, he actually has a pet food company, and that's the only food that Daisy has ever had, other than, you know, having some scraps here and there. She has a kind of a, not really a sensitive stomach, but you know, when you change a dog's diet rapidly, you'll feel the effect. You'll smell the effect. You'll taste the effect. You'll see the effect. Never a good thing. Riff Raff, awesome, man. Riff, I hope you're actually feeling better. Sounds like you're feeling better. What are we looking at for time? $1:30. Lorne, see you later, guy. Don't forget Lorne. Mendez. Excuse me. Probably blew people's ears out. What big scale RC do I recommend? Not over $600. Man. I think you need to squeak it. I think you need to squeak it over that $600 mark in order to get a big scale RC that I would recommend. So I don't think that I can. And when you say big scale, what do you mean by big scale? Do you mean big like Creighton big? Do you mean X-Maxx Pro Scale big? Do you mean? And even then, you're not touching one of those for $600. Because I can't recommend like those cheetahs, JLBs, and all that stuff, because number one, I don't have one. I thought about getting, one of those types of vehicles, but part support is not there. So you break it, you know what I mean? You're out of luck. Philip, no way. Philip, that is awesome, guy. I can't believe you're on a live when you're in the hospital. Don't be on here. It's no fun. That's awesome, man. That is definitely good. I hope everything goes well, man. That's awesome. Enster from the UK. What's going on, guy? Ride Life. Losi, Laser Nut, and love it. Just picked it up and then was on YouTube and found your channel weeks ago. Ride Life, man. This is the first time you've commented then, because I'm not familiar with your name, but thanks, man. The Laser Nut is I mean, come on. It's a stretched DB Pro. How could it not be good? Do I need $1,000 to buy an X-Maxx? Hope it is worth it. Ah, man. You know the saying is you get what you pay for. You do get what you pay for. Unfortunately, I'm not getting what I paid for in my X-Maxx yet. I know I will. I know positively I will. Just go watch V2 vids, and that'll tell you right there that even an X-Maxx you're going to break, but he's pushing it. My X-Maxx, I broke it on accident. You know what I mean? You got to know that's going to happen. If you're driving your BMW with its elastic band wheels on, pothole roads, you're going to basically be calling AAA and you're going to be buying another rim. So I will say, even though I don't have the experience with my X-Maxx, I expect I'm going to be very happy with the X-Maxx once it's all ironed out. Once those parts come, which I'm hoping is going to be in a couple of days, we'll see. Once those parts come, now that I've got the power system that's in it, and I got a taste of what the power system does with that X-Maxx, it's got to be geared up. I am going to go with the 46. May leave the stock pinion in it just to see where it's at, because it's an instant wheelie like machine. You just got to be careful, because you're also buying, well, unless you got the batteries for it, you're also buying the batteries too. So, and I would recommend those Z9000 100C 200 burst packs, and not burst like catch on fire, like just gives you that extra bit of like little oomph. Those packs, I've been running them in the DBXL-E 2.0, in the Outcast. You don't know that I've actually run them in my infraction and my other thing there, because those are different videos. My felony, but they fit the infraction, limitless, and felony like a glove. So if you want to kind of keep that car planted down there and you want some nice, awesome runtime, go ahead and get those 9000 Z packs. So far, nothing's puffed, and I'm beating on them. The Outcast, let's put it this way. The Outcast beats the heck out of those packs, and those packs love every second that Outcast is calling for power. I'm surprised, too. For the price of those things, I'm very surprised. Ovonic Air also. If you're looking for an inexpensive battery pack that gives you a acceptable amount of punch at a good amp rating, Ovonic Air batteries. Ovonic is coming out with a graphene pack now. It's been in the works, I think, for a year or so. So we're going to have some of those batteries on this channel, which will be great. I do like Ovonic Air. For its price point, for what you get, the Ovonic Air 5200, I think it is, might be bigger. It's a 6S brick. Fits the Traxxas UDR like a glove. Absolutely, like you couldn't ask for a better battery. And the UDR makes good use of that 50C rating. You know what batteries that Jess recommends? So Jess, who's in the chat right now, her favorite battery are Zop Pops. She's got some experience with those batteries. Again, Zop Pops, for me, my own personal opinion, those are point blank. I call them 50%ers because they're actually 30%ers now on my list. But I go in between calling them 50 and 30%ers because for me, they just don't work. My vehicle's just, I don't know. I don't know. The amount of batteries I got, and I'm not Kevin Talbot, so I don't have, I don't have thousands of Zop Pop batteries to give you, the idea of, but I had 12 Zop Pops and over 50% of them failed. So that's not a good battery. That's not a good battery to me. If you have over 50% of your batteries failing, that's not a good battery. And again, you get what you pay for. Tortured, what's going on, guy? Right. And Earl, I think, swears by max amps until I think he had an issue. But it was I think it was a supplier issue or warranty issue that he didn't like or something like that. But I think he uses max amps on his speed run car. So on that car that, does the $130, I think, if I remember correctly, he uses a max amps on that. And again, you kind of get what you pay for. SMC and Gen Ace, right. So good for, right. And that's what's great, man, because let's put it this way. All right. This is what I do to my packs. Okay. So here you go. When I first got these in my hands, I paid what I would call a pretty penny for this battery right here. It's a 50C. And once again, this pack should not have been sold to me, but whatever. So it's a 50C pack. It's a reaction pack. I thought they were great. First used them. They seem to be working excellent. Okay. This pack really doesn't have that many runs in it. I want to guess this pack probably has about anywhere from 7 to 11 cycles, maybe. And I want to say it's closer to the 7. All right. So that's these packs right here. I do not recommend these packs because of this right here. Okay. Every battery that I have an issue, I write what the deal is with it. Okay. Bad pack, dead cell. 100% dead cell, meaning it's not the balance plug, it's not the soldering, it's the actual lipo cell. Then, based upon what I had seen, I went ahead and got this. I got 2 of these just because I wanted to try them. I was like, oh, Power Hobby 7200 100C. It's a good form factor. It's a hard case. Oh, let's try that battery. Okay. Check this out. This battery has only been cycled 5 times, maybe. It's got nothing to do with how I charge. It's got nothing to do how I discharge. It's 100C. But check this out. Won't charge. But this could be my fault, though. Because I gotta crack it open. So I'm not saying that the Power Hobbies are junk. I don't know why that wire came out. It could have been just a flaw. I do like these batteries, but just for me, I write down. So I'm not saying this is a piece of junk. But for me, like, I write down what's going on. That way I know what's going on with the battery pack. But these ones right here, I can't recommend these. Zot Pops, I cannot recommend those. So far, I can recommend Ovonic Airs. I can recommend HRB USA, Graphenes. What else? I can't even recommend the smart packs. I'm already having an issue with one of my smart batteries. So smart batteries, that's a joke. That was the same issue. I shouldn't have been sold that pack. But that's all squashed and done. I'm done with that scenario. So yeah. So I'm not having an issue concerning that anymore. But yeah. Ovonic Air, Z's have been wicked surprising. But Ovonic Air, Z, HRB Graphene, and the Power Hobby seem okay. I obviously have to crack open the case and figure out why it came unsoldered. I don't pull my packs by the wires. So it could have been just a weak solder joint. But if you don't know how to solder, if you don't know how to crack a pack, if you can't fix a lipo, if you can't fix a lipo cell without, burning up the house or having the next Chernobyl, don't attempt it if you don't know what you're doing. Just be done with it. Wait a minute, what was that? Wait a minute. RC Master, I think I saw what you said. Are you talking about when I was a kid and I used to put the 9-volt batteries to my tongue? I saw something you lick. I think you were talking about when I used to put the batteries to my tongue. Your Z's have been great, especially for the price right. Yep. Batteries are the luck of the draw. Right. Philip. Bam. Right there. Very good comment. Yep. I 100% agree with you. Any brand can have lemons. Riffraff. Absolutely, man. Power Hobby. Really good. Trust me. You know what, Paul Clancy? I'm going to tell you something right now. Now, there's another guy on my Facebook group. He actually posted the aftermath of his brand new Power Hobby battery. Now, again, it could have been the fluke. But I had bought my Power Hobbies, and then all of a sudden he posted his whole, shop went up in flames because of a first-time charge on a Power Hobby pack. Now, there could have been an issue with his charger. He's not saying there wasn't, but he was just bringing to light. I know what I'm doing. I've charged batteries for years. I charge safely. I put too much trust into this Power Hobby battery, and now my shop went up in smoke. So it is even any battery that I recommend, somebody could buy one and I'll get hammered because they're like, "Oh, guy, you told me to get the Z packs." Well, sorry. You got the one pack that was a piece of garbage. Or maybe the Saw Pops. I got the 7 packs out of 12 that were a piece of garbage. Come on, even think about like what happened with Kevin Talbot and the XLX2. 2 in a row. And Castle, seemingly it seemed like somebody was from Castle, but you don't know whether that's true or not. Was basically, you know, people were saying that he was doing it fakely, and why would he do that? He wouldn't do that. At least I don't think he would. Right. Right, Paul Clancy. Are you saying luck of the draw? I think you're saying luck of the draw. Yep. You have 8-year-old Traxxas Lipos, and they're still right. Absolutely. I've got my Futaba, and then granted, these aren't Lipo batteries, these are NiCads. My Futaba Attack radio, which I haven't used in, I don't even know how many years. We're literally going back like 30 years. I click that switch on right now. Guess what? That little needle goes doink. Not all the way because it's obviously in a semi-discharged state, but boom, just pops up. It's in the red zone because it needs to be charged, but yep. Anything electronic, right, is hit or miss. Absolutely. Even your computer. Yep. Right. Even the most expensive batteries can go bad. Right. You bought a Zop and the 2 middle cells were smaller than the 2 outer cells. That's crazy. Total crap. Right. You know what? I wasn't able to get a refund on mine. They tried to like get me to jump through hoops. I got them through RC Master's favorite placed, Banggood, and I tried to get them warranted or whatever I tried to do, tried to return them, and it was a joke. So Money Caveman. What's going on, guy? How are you? How many RCs do I have? As of right now, I don't even know. Around 50, I think. Something like that. So Sergeant J is asking everybody, what is their most favorite RC in their collection, like in all of their collection? What's their most favorite RC? Big and cool. I was actually one of the ones that had an exploding Note 7, and it exploded right next to me. I had Channel 5 news here and everything. It was crazy. Yeah, Caveman, it's definitely a fun hobby. Definitely a fun hobby. Right, riffraff, absolutely. Yep, they put you through the 3rd degree, right? Well, because, well, think about it, riff, though. Honestly, you got to understand why they're doing that. Because there's so many scammy people out there that, you know, they probably just have to be that way. You know that. I know you know that. Crazy things. What's going on, guy? Losi Super Baja Ray. Yeah, it's right there, man. GenCat 7 Pro. Nice. Got a Granite BLX. Cool. What else? 5T for Paul Clancy. Big Rock for Jess. Yeah, the Big Rock is awesome. There you go, Tortured Outcast 8S. Boom. Yes, sir. Absolutely, guy. Limitless, Stoned, Limitless. Nice choice. 6S Creighton. Oh, no. Beats your 6S Creighton. Yeah, because your 6S Creighton doesn't go anywhere. Yep. Armor Italian. Nice, man. Infraction. Pretty cool. Yep. Yes, Riff Raff's favorite may be changing pretty soon. Yep. You know what I was going to do? I was going to say I thought it would be funny just because I like to be funny. I like to, I like to be funny, right? So Sergeant J just asked, what's your favorite RC of all time? Everybody in the chat. So, of course, you know what I'm thinking in my head. Who's your favorite YouTuber of all time? No. Everybody's like, Tony, Kevin, Sergeant J, Earl Moorhead. Who's your favorite RC? Who's your favorite RC YouTuber? Be careful. I could put everybody in a 300-second timeout if we don't get the right answers here. Nah, it's kind of cool. Like some people like RC Sparks. Some people like the scale builder guy. I actually like there's one YouTuber guy that I like. Other than he's not an RC person. Let's keep Peter McKinnon because I've learned a lot from him. But the other one that I like is actually that guy, the RC Driver. So if you haven't seen RC Driver's commercial, then you possibly you might live under one of those Zop Pops. Jason Griffin, man, thank you for that. Hit that thumbs up. You know it. Premiere tonight, right? Premiere. My first premiere is tonight at 6. Never done it before. I think I've got an idea of what it's about. I can be live on it, or it's live, but it's a video. RC Master, yourself. Nice. Earl. Riff Raff's favorite is Earl. Nice. Big and cool, says RC Guy Garage. With a smile and a laugh. Yep. Come on, guy. They all watch. Yeah, right. Yeah. Kevin Talbot, right. Yep. Kevin Talbot is good. Yep. Yep. I'm not saying this because Earl's here. I like Earl's channel because, he's my brother anyway, but that's the only reason why. Because we're family. and likewise, the only reason why he's subscribed to my channel is because we're family. That's it. Otherwise, out the door. Garbage. Sergeant J, you've got too many that you like. Sergeant J, you just said what's your favorite. So how can all of those be your favorite? You can't do that. Come on, pick one. Sergeant J, pick one. Sergeant J, now you're put on the spot. Pick one. Out of your collection, which one would you not get rid of? That's what I want to know, Sarge. Come on. Step up to the plate, Sarge. I bet he goes Mad Van. I highly doubt. He does like his Mad Van, but I highly doubt it. When are you taking the Losi Super Baja Ray to Diamond Dust? When I'm done with my modifications is when I'm going to take it there. If I have to pick absolutely one, I will not get rid of my Losi LST, hands down. Mohead. That's like asking if you can only have one. Or how about this? For some people, it might be asking if you could only have one of your children, which one would you keep? It's kind of almost like that. Maybe for some people. Look at her, just at least she's that far away. You know what I mean? She's happy. If she's dropping bombs, they'll stay over there. Traxxas X-Maxx, right there you go. Silence. I have only got one. Oh, Mr. Shadley, you've only got, well, then that's your favorite. It's still, you can answer the question. RCs are like tattoos. You can't just have one, right? Dog eggs, right? Right, bars and tones, right. Good channel too. Let's see, man. You have 7, one of which I have not driven. Right. Oh, you know, it's funny. I've said this for a while. Even Tony CCXRC's channel, when he was, now he doesn't do the conspiracy stuff anymore, does he? Either the share failed again. Why did the share fail again? Oh no, that's no good. I can't have that happen. Why is the share failing every time I try and do it now? What is going on here? Not sure why the share is failing, but it keeps failing. Replace. Oh, wait a minute. Is my disk full? Oh, you know what? My disk could be full. I think I have got to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to get rid of some files because I think that's why the share is failing. I bet the memory in my computer is overloaded, is my guess. So I'm literally going to do a massive dump of footage right now. Everything Mad Van can go away. Mad Van's out of here. Yep. All that Traxxas stuff is out of here. Move to trash. Wow, I have a lot of footage in here I need to get rid of. I think that is my issue. So all this, basically everything, I'm dumping right now. Whoa, I can't dump that stuff. Never mind. No, there's actually files I don't want to dump. Crap. I can't dump footage. All right, well, whatever. Empty trash. I think that's why. That's why it it failed. I wasn't reading it. So about my Mac, we'll go to storage. And now I'm good now. Now I've got a terabyte left over. So now it should be fine. Sweet. All right. That's it. All right. I'm thinking I should get off this live stream. It has been 2 hours now. Don't forget, If you haven't given a thumbs up, there's 67 here, but we have 72 thumbs ups, which that's always cool. It's always crazy when the thumbs ups exceed the number of people that are in here. Past couple of lives have been on fire with the thumbs ups, and I definitely appreciate you guys that actually do that. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you do share the videos, boom, don't forget tonight we've got the premiere. Then after that, we will do a shop talking wrench tonight, and then which will probably be around that same like 9-10-ish time. We'll have a shop talking wrench, and then two more videos. Well, two more videos are going to drop after the premiere. So we got that premiere. Never done it before. I'm going to try it out. Hopefully it's awesome. Hopefully you guys like the footage. I like the footage. Seems good. If you haven't seen the full send destruction at Diamond Dust, go check out that video. Not too bad. If you haven't seen my Big Rock video, which is ARRMA Big Rock V3 versus the ARRMA Outcast, that's worth a watch too, because when you see that video, you're watching an Outcast. Let's reverse it. You're watching a Big Rock do everything that an Outcast 8S did. Now, granted, the Big Rock didn't fly as far because the Outcast just is like a rocket ship. But yeah, the Big Rock is crazy for a little truck. That thing, if you're thinking about getting the V3 version of the Big Rock, stop just thinking about it and just get one. Did I break mine? Yeah, but it was deserved breakage. I also have a little bit of a cooler climate right now, so you got to know you have a bad landing. Just like if you hit a pothole with your car, you got the possibility of replacing a strut, replacing a lower arm, replacing a rim, replacing a tire. Stuff happens. So just know that no matter what vehicle you get, they're going to suffer breakage. Nothing's perfect. Hopefully I will one day soon find out just how good the Traxxas X-Maxx is. I do want to believe it. I've seen it. I've seen what the X-Maxx can do. It just hasn't cooperated with me. Out of the box, it didn't cooperate with me. That's wrong. I will get on that train or that bandwagon, and I will say my out-of-the-box experience with my Trash Max, or Trash Max, Trash Max, with my X-Maxx, which is called Trash Bag, which kind of seems like it's going between Trash Bag and Crash Bag. My out-of-the-box experience was just underwhelming. Issues right away. First battery pack already had issues. Second battery pack, it just spiraled out of control. So, and I really don't think I was that abusive. I mean, come on. It's an X-Maxx. It should have been able to take the abuse. And same thing with my ARRMA Creighton EXB. I don't know, ARRMA. Not cool. All right. Everybody, thank you for coming to this episode of COVID and Coffee, episode 6. Again, what did I call it? Episode 6. And I called it, what did I call it? Oh, how to fix all this RC destruction. We kind of talked about it. A good amount of destruction happened. More videos to come. So anyways, I'm out. You should get out too. And like I always say, you should just get out there and point blank rip it. And that is what you should do. Thanks everybody for coming, and we will see you hopefully on the premiere tonight, 6 p.m. my time. Traxxas Max. Does it actually survive?